Is there a pattern then to this intimidation? Now, I just want to put out two important dates before I introduce the panel of guests that you see on your screens. Remember, it was the June of 2021 where TMC workers allegedly attacked an NHRC team in Jadavpur. The February of 2019 is when the Kolkata cops, and read my lips, they themselves detained CBI officials. And now you have what has happened earlier in the day. We have Priyanka Tibrewal, the spokesperson of the BJP, with us. Dr. P.K. Agarwalji is a retired IS officer. He's also an additional chief secretary to the government of West Bengal. He's in fact held that very important position. He'll tell us more about what really has gone wrong in this, who's to be held responsible. Good to have Rohan Somen Mitra after a long time. He's a political analyst. He leans towards the Congress. We also do have Siddharth Mishraji, who's a senior journalist. He has some very strong opinions on what has happened so far vis-a-vis the state of West Bengal. And Professor Monojit Mandal. He's a political analyst. He leans towards the TMC. Not sure if he can hear us. But as I say, good evening to all of you, Monojit. If you can hear me, for a moment, let's forget what the BJP says. Forget about the fact that the BJP alleges that this is the complete breakdown of law and order in the state of Bengal, Monojit. But did you hear what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has to say? He says, "Abhi to ye se injure hue hai, agli baar ye mar jayenge." That is the statement of law and order in the state of Bengal, Monojit. What justifies this? Monojit? Okay, I don't think Monojit is able to hear us right now. But before I get in Priyanka, I think we must also get in the non-political representatives, because I would want to begin with Monojit if he can hear us. We'll just take a moment to figure out if he can. But P.K. Agarwalji, sir, why don't you tell us what has happened? In 30 seconds, please tell me who today is responsible for what we have seen in the state of West Bengal. Have you ever seen something like this, sir?
Actually, this mob mentality has been there. I have seen in my long district experience that there has been such incident. In that case, we used to go well prepared. Our intelligence information, what can happen. I feel that there is intelligence failure. They should have gone well prepared. They should have taken the help of the local police, because officials cannot afford to go to West Bengal because there is a general mob mentality. And I have all through seen many times, even being in the district, and it is a state, I could save myself very critically. So what has happened, but it is certainly condemnable, should not have been done. But it will take some time for the people to reconcile. At the same time, I think the central agency like ED should also should come out with what are the facts, and should have a magistrate warrant and should go well prepared. And I am sure the local police would have tackled the situation. The situation would not have come to this extent. Now, this incident has happened.
Okay.
So they would file FIR and very wide arrests to be made so that these incidents do not occur again. Because I am sure when the government agency like ED files FIRs,
Okay.
and very specific FIRs where 3 officers have been injured critically, the local police will round up these or these mob people. And now there is a amendment in the act. I don't know it has been enforced.
Okay.
Now this
But,
in the case of mob
Dr.
violence,
P.K. Agarwalji, we must remember the history, sir, of West Bengal, and we are still trying to connect with Monojit, because it's important to get the TMC leading panelist with us. I'm not sure if he can hear us. Monojit, if you can hear me, please tell me something. That forget what the BJP has alleged. Forget about what the governor is saying. Forget about also what Dr. P.K. Agarwal just said. But your own friend, that is the Congress, and Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, when says that right now they have just been injured, tomorrow they could be killed. Should you be proud of this law and order situation, Monojit, in Bengal? Monojit, can you hear us? Okay, apologies. We seem to have some serious trouble right now with Monojit, and our team is trying to fix it. But without wasting any time, let me then get in Rohan, then we'll get in Priyanka and Siddharthji also into this conversation. Rohan, Monojit somehow is not able to hear me, but he should have heard what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has said. Now, in a situation like this, Rohan, where Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji himself is saying that this is a fit case to have president's rule in the state of West Bengal, can you still be a partner of the TMC in the INDI alliance? Will you be proud of the law and order situation in Bengal, Rohan?
Good evening, Dipti. Good evening to all the panelists. First of all, I can see a bit of a header on me saying that I'm saying that the ED has provoked. Please, I'm not saying that. And I'm sticking to what Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has said because that's the official position. And he's the CWC member, he's the Pradesh Congress president, he's the voice of the Congress in Bengal and in India. So I'm not going to change from there because this is the reason I'm on this.
So, Rohan, do you slam the Mamata government?
No
That is
violence,
the other header.
no
If
violence
you say the ED did not provoke, you are actually saying that Mamata Banerjee is responsible for this law and order situation.
I'm nobody here following what the Congress president of West Bengal and the leader of the party in parliament has said, and I'm sticking to what he said. He has said that the ED officials could have died. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm just going to say a couple of points here, Dipti. No violence is in this society can be accepted and not be, and everyone must condemn any kind of violence, you know. Two things here. One is the Trinamool should understand that going any kind of violence is going to affect any the opposition would want to say against the national the BJP. A lot of the BJP has to understand BJP. A lot of people who go to the BJP and get this washing machine done on them, and the ED and everyone forgets that these people are corrupt. We've seen their videos.
No, Rohan, please, Rohan, there is limited time and I have other panelists who haven't spoken. Let's not shift the goalpost. I today want to know from you, Rohan, before we get Monojit back and Siddharthji and Priyanka also back into the conversation, who's to be held responsible, Rohan, for this abject breakdown of law and order in Bengal?
The government can get away from this because once you're telling that areas in West Bengal are sensitive, it not happen. Each and every place under the state should be governed and should have the same law and order situation because this is nothing new. The government has been in power for the last 12 and a half years and they should be able to take care of the law and order situation. And if any provocation is happening by the ED or by the...
But they haven't done that, Rohan.
That they should be brought under law.